Hey, good morning, YouTubers. It is Saturday, um, March 15th, the Ides of March. And it's just about 7 minutes before noon. Anyways, I've been suffering a head cold the last 2 or 3 days since about Tuesday, started getting symptoms. And I've been chewing on raw garlic frequently and I was very congested Thursday and Friday night, but it never got real bad, and I haven't gone to the drugstore to buy any Robitussin yet, and I think I'm past the worst of it. So I've been just staying home, taking care of myself, drinking coffee, and having some e-cigarette nicotine, and so, anyways, I just want to get up. I'm wearing what I wore to my gender therapist counselor meeting Thursday. And, I got a necklace and this purple, like, blouse. And I have purple eyeshadow. And she complimented me about how really nice I looked. And I want to get up. And she actually, I've been seeing her for 6 months, and she complimented me about that. She really can tell that I've lost weight. So, anyways, I just want to get up and show you. I have blue velour slacks on. So, anyways, I have been slendering, as you can see. Um, my legs are slender, and I have lost weight in my caboose area. And I feel lighter on my feet too. And so, as you can see, my hips aren't quite as wide as they used to be. And I've lost a lot of belly fat. I'm really slendering through here. I mean, I still got a long ways to go, but I really feel good about my ability to stand, and I don't have as much joint pain in my legs as much anymore. So, okay. Also, I want to share with everybody that we completed my HRT letter, and so I have two referrals to two different endocrinologists, and I will be contacting them, and I'm gonna decide which one I'm gonna go to, probably based on my ability to ride the bus and get transportation there. So the next step in the process is to go in, have blood work done, and they see where my hormone levels are, and I don't know what they check for, but anyways, the endocrinologist then starts prescribing um, feminizing hormones. Like I said, I've already been on spironolactone as a diuretic pill. It's one of the pills I take to prevent me from retaining fluid because I have heart failure. And so, anyways, I'm going to read parts of this letter. Okay, my letter, we started on this letter February 20th of this year. So that's the date that's up at the top. And okay, gives my name and date of birth. And it says nature of report. The following report is given as a procedural requirement for commencing hormone feminizing treatment according to the YPath International Standards of Care. The writer of this report is credentialed to provide sex therapy in the state of Florida and has been working with the transgender population since 1992. So that's 22 years, okay? The patient is a 60-year-old anatomical male transgender who wants to begin hormone treatment for feminization. She was born with non-descended testes and had surgeries to correct this at ages 9 and 11 years. Final sexual reassignment surgery is desired, but not likely due to finances. We're going to be changing that, the wording of that a little bit. So this letter is not totally, there's going to be some changes, and I'm not going to read every paragraph here. Some of it's very private, okay? The patient presented to this writer for the first time September 17, 2013. The patient has always been dressed in female clothes, and other than seeing a driver's license photograph, has only presented as female. Hereafter, my first name will be referred to in the feminine, okay? And I'm going to read some of the behavioral observations, which is the next paragraph. Okay, Miss McGinnis is orientated to time, place, and person. She started wearing women's clothes over a year ago, and in August has been presenting full time. She is well groomed, dressed normally in a top with a skirt, hair of shoulder length, and with modestly applied makeup. She does not make consistent eye contact and relates this to needing to think about her responses. Her mannerisms are feminine and appropriate. Affect is consistent with speech. She has an easygoing, friendly demeanor. Voice is deep and masculine. So I guess I'm going to be working on that, right? Her thoughts are at times scattered in answering questions. So I'm just a scatterbrain, right? But she does process after our sessions and provides very thoughtful correspondence, further addressing my questions. Okay, then it talks about relevant background, and it talks about functioning in family of choice, functioning in family of origin, and dating, sex history, and I'm not going to go into any of that. Current working status, well, I'm not, because I've been on disability for a number of years. And peer relations and support. This patient has minimal peer support network at church and socializes at a local bar. She runs a YouTube channel with 120 videos to date. Well, actually, it's a little more than that, but anyway. And has followers, friends with viewers. She describes herself as being a loner most of her life, but wants a close relationship. Since 2005, her last child left home. So I've been empty nesting it now for what, almost 9 years. Anyway. Okay, physical health. It discusses, my weight, my problem with heart failure, and talks about, some other things. And substance abuse. It says here, client reports light to moderate alcohol consumption socially. Client is fully aware of heightened potential risks should she consume heavily. Well, that's not going to happen. I don't have to drink every day, and I don't drink a significant amount of alcohol anyway. So there is no assessed substance abuse issues. She smoked cigars last year and currently smokes an e-cigarette. So, religious background. Okay, it just says I'm a Christian. I go to church regularly. There are no religious misgivings about transitioning. So So that's basically it. It's like a 2-page letter. She said the third page has got a lot of medical information or psychological, and she has to fill out that page. And I'll get a copy of that. I'm still really, I mean, I've spent 6 months talking to this counselor, and she wrote all the things down, and but I think we need to take a session or two so that she can explain all this stuff, because I still don't understand why I think the way I do, and and why I have dysphoria with my male genitals, and so I never really had normal sexuality, male sexuality, and so I'm sorry if that offends my relatives who might be watching this, but you don't know what it's been like. My life has been topsy-turvy, and I spent like my whole life, trying to do what was expected of me, being a boy and a man, and I got married. I wanted children and a family, and 30 years ago, there was only one way I knew how to accomplish that, and so basically, you can look at it any way you want. I mean, it's kind of like a sperm donor, and yes, my ex-wife carried the children and had the children when we were married, but who took care of them for 15 years, a single parent? I did. Okay, I was mommy and dad. Okay, because I wanted a family. I was responsible. Okay, and I basically lived most of my life all alone. I had a girlfriend for about 10 years, but that relationship ended 2 years ago. And I've been basically single and alone ever since. So you know what? I'm going to be 61 years old next month. And when is Fran-Sez going to have a happy life? Okay? All right? So I'm sorry if I offend friends and relatives, but you don't know me. You really don't know who I am inside and all the issues I've had to deal with all my life. And and I didn't have a normal childhood as far as my genitalia goes. And so you can write this off as however you want to in your own mind, because that's what people normally do. I have enough wisdom to know that that's what usually happens. You're going to believe what you want to believe, and however you react, whether you want to continue to have a relationship with me in the future, well, that's your decision, okay? If you're just going to write me off as some bimbo sexual pervert, which is not true, because I am not a pervert sexually, okay? So, I've sought love and companionship my whole life and never got any. So, you know what? I'm all done. I'm all done with certain things. I mean, I still go to church. I still have faith in God. God made me this way, okay? I had no choice about how my genitalia were when I was born, okay? I really had no choice when I had to go in and have surgery when I was 9 and 11. I had to deal with what I had down there, okay? It was my problem. And I got a lot of support from my family and my brother and sister, and I appreciate that. But they didn't have to live in this body, okay? They didn't have the same issues I had to live with, okay? And I was different than everybody else in my neighborhood, okay? And, so I really don't know what other people thought of me, okay? When I was a teenager. I really don't, you know. you know, I just did the best I could with the resources and abilities I had. So now I've decided that my life is going to change, and I'm looking forward to it. And I have a new lease on life, and I am. My health is improving. My heart health has improved over the last 2 years, and I have nothing to look. I have nothing but wonderful things to look forward to, and that's the life I'm going to lead. And I'm gonna lead the life that I want that makes me happy. Okay, I've been a sacrificial anode for as long as I can remember. Okay, and so sorry, you know, if you don't agree with my lifestyle or my beliefs, well, you made a choice, didn't you? So live long and prosper. Bye. See you in the next video. I don't want to prolong this up to 16 minutes. Love you all, and looking forward to a lot of positive comments. And to the person that's been, I've been getting one thumbs down lately. I don't, that's, I don't know who's doing it, but you know what? Grow up, will you?